Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. I am so excited. I get to share all the gifts that I got on my trip with you guys now. I'm super excited. They're so awesome. Each one has a little story, and I'm not going to do them in order because I don't know if I could do that, if I could remember everything. I'll try, but I don't know. Anyways, let me see if I can get this camera to turn around the other way. Probably not gonna happen. Okay. Alright, so I'll just do it this way. The first thing I got is a staff. And this staff was made by a beaver. It's so pretty. I'm going to show it to you. Very nice staff. You can see the beaver's teeth marks right there. So cute. I hope you could see that. I don't know, but I'm assuming you could. The next thing I got, I think this is what I got next. The reason I have it wrapped up in foil is because, well, first of all, I've been wanting one of these for, I don't know, I want to say about 6 months now, and no, I couldn't get one. No one would give me one, blah, blah, blah. I found a guy that made them, and he wanted $50 for it, and I was like, psh, you're high. Anyways, I have it wrapped up in salt, and we had to pull over on the side of the road so that I could take my dog out to go potty, and I can't remember what happened. Something blew up or something, and we had to pull over on the side of the road, like for an emergency. So we pulled over, and I ran into the camper to go to the bathroom and stuff. And when I came out, ew, nasty. When I came out of the camper, there was a hoof. The leg and the hoof, the hair is still on it and everything. I know that's morbid, but I'm going to do something with it after I clean it all out and get all the bugs and whatever's living in there out of there. I'm going to, it's wrapped up in foil and salt right now, and I'm going to, you know, keep it all like that for a while. And just kill everything that's in there and get rid of it. It's gross. But anyways, when it's done, it will be beautiful. I'm going to decorate it with feathers and, you know, everything, and then it will be my little wand kind of thing, you know? Anyways, I'm going to wrap that back up. And then I got... oh, when I came out of the camper, it was just right there, like all just like it is now, you know, just the leg, nothing, no other parts were there, just the leg. And my husband's all, there's your hoof that you've been wanting. I was like, seriously, that's fucking awesome. So I took it, threw it in back of the truck, and it's rode everywhere in back of the truck until I got home. Then we had to pull over again at a rest stop, and then I got my bird nest. I came out of the camper, I opened the door, and it was just like sitting there on this beautiful grass, clean. There were no eggs or feathers on it or nothing. It was like it was just made, nobody's lived in it yet kind of thing. And it was on the ground, and it was right at my feet. Like literally stepped out of the camper, looked down, and there it was. And I was just like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. Thank you so much for the nest. I love it. And this is it. And so it is. It's been wrapped in plastic on the whole trip. I have it sitting here on a pentagram, giving it thanks, you know, kind of thing. Then another time I was out, I was on a walk. I don't remember where exactly I was, but there were no pine trees around or anything. But just in a little cluster there on the ground was 3 little pine cones. Little pine cones sitting on the ground. Can you see them? They're so cute. And I was like, thanks for the pine cones. So I took the pine cones. And every time I took something, I tried to leave something behind. I can't do it every time because I don't always have something to leave. And so I will give thanks for all of these things like in a ceremony fashion. And I will plant something for each thing that I got or something. I don't know yet, but I have to give thanks somehow because some things I did leave, most things I did not because I didn't have anything to leave. Now, the next thing I got that I want to share is, okay, so first let me explain. Where I went, there's lots of frogs and turtles and because it's like swamp. So anyway, so I was so excited. I want a frog, but I don't want an alive frog. I want a dead frog, and I don't want to have to kill it. I want it already dead. I just don't want. I can't bring myself to kill an animal. I just can't do it. Anyway, so we were at a graduation party, and my husband said, I need you to go to the store with me. Let's go to the store. I'm like, okay. So we were getting in the car. Right when I went to open the door, I looked down at my foot again. Right next to the door I was going into, again at the door, was a dead frog. And I wrapped him up in tissue because he was still kind of yucky, but now he's all done. His little eyes were looking up at me like he had just died when I got him. And so here he is, the little frog. I'm going to let him dry out for a few more days, I guess. He's sitting over here on salt, and then I'll make frog powder out of him. Then I was given, on another walk with my dog, I walked past these 4 buttons. And I was told, you need those buttons, pick them up. I'm like, what do I need 4 buttons for? And then I was told, well, you're getting ready to make some poppets. Oh, okay. So I picked up the 4 buttons. And then I was also given 3 pennies. Now, the pennies were given to me twice. And so the first time I didn't pick them up, and I was kicked, and then I was nagged at for a day later, and then there they were again, and so I picked them up that time. I don't like picking up pennies. I don't know why, I just don't. It reminds me of my mom, so I don't want to pick up pennies. So anyway, so I walked past the pennies. I'm going to show you these all together. That's why I'm just telling you the story. So I walked past these pennies. I said, pick those pennies up. I don't want to. I'm not picking them up. Nope. And then I was nagged at for 2 days. And then again, there were 3 pennies again. You need to pick up those pennies this time. Okay, fine. So I picked up the pennies. And so these are the buttons right here. And those are the pennies. And they are sitting on a bed of salt. I don't know if you can see. Let me see. Buttons, pennies, and a frog. Okay, then we were driving home from a little town that we were visiting, and there was a turtle in the road. And I made my husband stop and pick up the turtle and move it off the road so he didn't get killed. And so I got out. He's like, well, you want to see it? And I said, yeah. So I got out of the car and I went and looked at it, and he was so beautiful. He was big, too. He was a big turtle. He was probably a good 10 inches round, big turtle. So anyways, so then when I was going back to the car again, I looked over next to the car, and there were these beautiful feathers. They're goose feathers, and there's 4 of them. And there was this beautiful little family of geese, and they were all running around over there next to a pond. And I said, thank you for the feathers. They're beautiful. I love them. And so I will be using those probably when I do my hoof. I'll probably use these feathers in that, in that magic. Then I was walking my dog, and I came across a whole patch of lily of the valleys. And so I just took 3 little branches full of flowers. I know you guys everybody probably has them, but it won't grow here. And it's my favorite, and I love it so much. Anyway, so I took 3 little branches of the lily of the valleys, and so I have those. And now this is kind of a funny little story. It's my favorite. Well, I don't know. I love all my presents are amazing, but this is pretty cool. So I'm sitting on the lawn with all the family, and this little beetle attacked my dog. Like, was on his tail, would not get off of his tail. Like, the dog was trying to get this beetle off of him, and he couldn't. And he came crying to me. It was like up on his tail, and he couldn't reach it. And so he was like, what the fuck is that? Get it off me, Mom. Hello. And so I took a leash, the other end of his leash, and I like scraped it off. And I was like, oh, it's a beautiful beetle. Look. And I showed it to my mother-in-law, and she screamed like, ah. And I was like, thanks for the free energy. So I put him in a jar, and here he is, and he's so beautiful. And he's a beautiful, can you see him? He's like a beautiful black June bug, and look how big he is. He's a big old boy. I love him. He's awesome. And the wood that he sits on, that I'm displaying him on, this little knot was. Anyways, this little knot was on the way back on the campground where I did the ritual. There was this big, beautiful tree there, and it had some roots coming up, and one of the roots was a circle, like a whole circle root. And I was looking at how cool that was, and how I would like to, do something with that. And then I noticed inside the circle was this knot. And so I just took it, and I said, thank you for the root. Thanks for the root. It's beautiful, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that yet either, but I will do something with it. It's a lucky knot. Anyways, so that's all for this video. These are my presents that I received, and I'm really excited about them. I'm very thankful for them. Here's a last look at them all together. And that is it. And you guys have a wonderful day, and peace out.